Welcome to Looking Up. We're so thankful to you for tuning in and listening to us. We're excited about today's episode. I'll just go ahead and tell you, we have shared several episodes on our favorite things, and we've chatted about things that we love and use and want to share. This time, we're going to talk about your favorite things. So we have asked for our listeners to share what they like and what they would love to share. So I'm really excited. This is going to be a lot of fun, a little bit different. And I can already see, having not spent very much time on them, that there are quite a few things in here that I'm interested in myself. So here we go. Trouble
I've already
ahead.
ordered a couple.
Have you really? Oh,
Yes.
wow. Yeah, you beat me. You beat me. But I'm Kathy Pollard, one of your hosts, and with me is Carla Moore, your other host, both freshly back from PTP in Sevierville, Tennessee. But you were there all week, right? Were you there from pretty much start to finish?
Not from start. We got there on Friday night, and I think it had already started kind of a day or two before. So yeah, but we stayed till the end. We ended with the atrium singing, which is part of my favorite. That would be on one of my favorite things. It's an experience, not a thing.
Yeah, you can't order that.
Oh no. And it was
but
great.
You can go experience it, and there's nothing like PTP singing. It is beautiful.
And if you go look, I think you can join the Polishing the Pulpit page, and every night they went live during singing, so you could go join the page, and then you could listen to the recording of those atrium scenes. It was great.
Well, and on that PTP note, we want to thank everybody who came by. You and I were there together on Tuesday at your Passages booth, and everybody who signed the Looking Up poster, everybody who we got to talk to in person and hug your necks. That was really fun. We really enjoyed that.
Fun.
So,
It was fun. Great to see everybody. Thanks for making time for us.
So you just got back home. What day is this?
This is Friday.
Back home. You got home yesterday?
Last night. Yeah.
Last night.
Been home about 12 hours.
So have you done all your laundry and all that stuff?
Well, where we stayed had a washer and dryer.
Oh, okay.
Which was fabulous. So I did most of it before we left and came home with mostly clean laundry. So that was
helps.
Good. Yeah. It really does. But now, there's the unpacking of the suitcase. And what is it about clothes that you just want to, I just leave them in the suitcase for a while because I hate hanging clothes up.
Yeah.
If I just do it would only take 10, 15 minutes.
I'm the exact opposite. I feel like I can't relax. As soon as we get home, I'm opening the suitcase, putting everything where it goes, and like putting the suitcase out of sight so I can just go to bed.
Yeah, I'll need it again pretty soon. But I did unpack the carry-on because that had all of my things that I need right away. But the clothes, I will have to do it today because it's laying on that ottoman in the middle of the living room. But just don't like it.
Do you have a busy next few days ahead of you, or do you get to kind of, I know you're going to go spend time with your mom, but do you get to kind of relax a little bit? Or
a little bit. I don't know. We're going to have Libby on Monday, and I have my doctor follow up on Thursday, and I'm going to go stay with Alice next Friday for a few days. Her husband needs to go to a memorial, his dad's memorial. So there's a few things coming up, but good things. I'm glad I get to do those things. What about you? What do you got coming up?
We have a couple of dinners going on, and my sister's birthday this weekend. We're going to celebrate that. And Sunday after worship, we're having a potluck for all of our new members. So
such a great idea.
Brand new Christians or people that have placed membership in the past, 3 or 4 months. We're just going to acknowledge them, welcome them, honor them. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Neil and I are taking off. We're heading out of town after that. So
good. Some time off. How did you qualify that potluck for new members? Like, is it if you've been a member for a year or less, or did you just say new members?
they put like a time on it. Like if it's been the past, I forget what it was actually, but the past, I think it's like 3 or 4 months or so, or maybe it is the past year. I didn't pay attention to that part. Okay. I didn't organize it. I didn't pay attention to that part, but they did say, I do remember hearing them say in the announcements, of course, if you were a little bit outside that, please come on and we're going to welcome you too. Yeah.
It's for everybody, right? Everybody's welcome to stay. It's just honoring new members.
Yeah. The potluck is for everybody, but we're going to, acknowledge and welcome our new members and brand new Christians. And
what are you going to make?
I don't know yet.
We should have an episode on the best potluck meals.
That's a great idea. We're in this situation where we've had we had a crew. Our college kids group is called Crew.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a welcome dinner for that last night that I made something for. We have, Christy's birthday that I'm making something for. Just it was in my mind, I'm doing one thing at a time. So
Yeah.
I haven't even figured out the potluck yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, you got 48 hours, less than.
I know.
You'll figure it out. I just always like to see, because most people bring their favorite things to a potluck.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite easy things. Well, most
Mm-hmm.
people do easy, some people do hard, but
Mm-hmm.
I just like to see what people's favorites are in that
That
area.
I love that idea. Just like you're talking about, just like we did this. What are your
Mhm.
favorite recipes? That would be amazing
Yeah.
because
And
I'm always,
that needs to be a
yeah.
chapter in our book, in our recipe book,
Oh
potluck meats,
yeah, that is a great.
which, by the way,
What
people, we have not forgotten
we
about.
have
We
not
are
forgotten.
working towards it. It will not be Christmas, but sometime in 2020, what's this for? 2025.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great idea. I like
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Any other news you want to share before we hop in? I know we have a lot of favorite things to cover.
I know that we're both pressed for time, so
Mm-hmm.
I can just go launch right in.
Okay. Well, I'm going first. So we're
Okay.
talking about your favorite
You
things. We
always have to
asked.
go first. I'm kidding.
I'm only going first because the first one's from my sister.
Yeah.
But we're talking about your favorite things. So we wrote in the Looking Up group on Facebook, which, by the way, if you're new to the Looking Up podcast, we do have a Facebook group called Looking Up with Kathy and Carla. It's a great community of women, and we share things from the podcast. We share recipes and links and pictures, and women put prayer requests in there. So we'd invite you to join that. But in that group, we asked for our listeners' favorite things to share with us so we could share it with everybody. So that's what we're going to do. And the first one is from my sister, Christy Woodall. We also thought it'd be fun to make note of where everybody's from, just so we get a grasp of where everybody's from as they're contributing. She lives in Portland, Tennessee. Her favorite thing is the Shark vacuum mop. And I have to second this because they stayed with us for a few weeks before they moved to Tennessee, before their house was ready, they stayed with us. And that was the thank you gift that she gave me was this Shark vacuum mop. And again, a lot of people shared links with their favorite things. And if they did that, then we'll share them with everybody also in the group. So she shared a link to this, but it's, you know how the Swiffer mops have those pads that you just use and then you dispose of, and then this has the exact same thing, except you can also vacuum with it. It has kind of a vacuum pocket. So you can, and it's cordless. So you charge it, you can vacuum all your hardwood floors and then hit a different button to mop all your hardwood floors. So it'll use the pad part of the pad for mopping and then the canister part of it for vacuuming. And then when you're done,
is that it?
That's it. And then when you're done, you can just throw that away. So very handy.
And it has headlights.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it lights up. Yeah.
Well, and
I mean, just think about, especially if you do like a quick little spill or a crumb mess, it's so easy just to pull that out and just vacuum it up really quick and put it back in your closet.
Okay, it says powerful suction pulls in dirt and debris to be locked away directly in the disposable vac mop pad. That's what you're talking about, is the little pocket thing?
Yeah. When you pull it off, that disposable pad off, you can see it, like this little clear plastic pocket in there that all the dirt and debris goes in while it's vacuuming.
Wow. Wow, that looks like a really good thing. I've got a little Dyson cordless that John told me not too long ago. If we had had this when we had kids, I would have vacuumed a lot more because it's lightweight and easy.
It works
but I can see, but this would be so much better for sticky things, like when you spill something that's got sticky stuff on it.
Yeah.
You can vacuum up the spill and take care of the sticky.
Well, while we're on this note, and we won't talk this long on every one of them, but we need help because we had a vacuum for 10 years and it was a Shark. And it finally kicked the bucket last December. And so we ordered another Shark. And it was horrible. Like it seemed very cheaply made, almost toy-like in its construction. And the suction on it was ridiculous. And it wouldn't lay down flat enough to go under my regular, like if you tried to tilt the thing back, the whole front end came up.
Yeah.
So I couldn't just vacuum under the bench.
Things.
And there were, and the cords real, I mean, there were so many things. And so then we put that one in the basement, and then we ordered that one told you about that I ordered for Prime Days.
Prime Day.
It's awful.
Oh.
The thing keeps coming apart, and you can't vacuum back and forth. You have to lift it, set it down, pull it towards you. So it's
Send
like
it
a
back.
two.
Can you send it back?
When I decided to do that, I was one day
Past.
outside of the 30-day
Oh,
window. And then so now we're looking for yet another one. And Neil's like, how many vacuums are we going to buy? And I'm going, I don't know, but we need help. So,
well, I love my little Dyson, and they can be expensive, but you can find them on good sales or maybe on Facebook Marketplace. But I'll tell you about it later, and then we can find out from the group.
Mhm.
Okay, the second one is from Nadia LeMay, and she is from St. Augustine, Florida, except that's not where she's from.
Yeah, that's where she
She's
lives.
from Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah,
She's a Bear Valley. I associate her with Bear Valley because I think that they're the ones that Wayne and Weezy went and did their wedding. I think I may be totally wrong about that, but that's ringing a bell. Anyway, beside the point, Carla, carry on. She loves a digital photo frame, and I think most of us have seen these, and there's lots of different ones that you can find, but it's I think I even mentioned this because we have one for my aunt, my mom had one. It looks like just a regular photo frame, but you email pictures to it. And then when you set that photo frame out, it changes from picture to picture to picture. And so you're not looking at the same picture all the time. And it's kind of like a screensaver, but it's a picture frame. So I love that. And she also said that Jesse loves a crock pot bag for taking to potlucks. And she said that he thinks it was one of his best purchases. I wonder if there's a story there. Did he give it to her or something and think that he did a really good job on his gift? But I don't have one of those.
I love that her husband chimed in on that and wanted to share his favorite thing too.
Yeah. I'm guessing that has to be a pretty big bag to hold a crock pot.
Yeah. I wonder
I
if
don't
it's
have
one
one
of
of those.
those zip up kinds,
Insulated maybe.
Yeah, or to keep stuff from spilling in your car.
Yeah, I don't know, but I like those.
Okay, the next one is from Joanna Moore. She lives in Benton, Arkansas. And this one I've never seen it before, but she shared a link for an electric lighter. And it's a windproof lighter. So I guess you can use it outside and the wind won't blow it out, but it has a USB. It's chargeable. It looks really thin, like a really thin, almost pencil-like tiny little thing. So I figured that probably would be handy. Keep that with you, and anytime you need it, if you're camping or just lighting candles or whatever.
Well,
that looked fun.
It'd
be a great stocking stuffer.
Yeah, and I couldn't. I looked at that, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. I don't understand how it lights because it's not. It's a flameless, right?
Well, I saw that there was like a little switch on there. I guess you just touch that little button and the flame comes out.
So there is a flame that comes out. Okay, I was thinking it said it was a flameless kind of thing. And
I don't know. We'll have to
see. This is an episode of favorite things, but it's also a search and find.
Yeah,
for yourself.
We have no experience with these things, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too about that it would be a good stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
So because it's rechargeable, it's a USB chargeable thing. Yeah. And it's not one of those that runs out of the little gas thing, the aim a flame deal.
Yeah, and we're always replacing those. We're always getting more of those little lighters. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is from Heather Gafford, and she is from Opp, Alabama. I like that name.
Home of the Rattlesnake Rodeo.
Never heard of that.
I've been
Don't want to go there. I'll pass on that. But her favorite chapstick is called Peppermint Twist, and it's from Dionys or Dionys. I'm not sure exactly how to say it.
I'm glad you got that one because I didn't know how to pronounce it either. Yeah.
Yeah, it's goat milk skincare, and I've heard of it. And in fact, I've seen it. I think that they have this at like Cracker Barrel and other places.
Okay.
And I don't know that I've ever used their things, but they smell good. I know I've picked them up and smelled them there at Cracker Barrel. Yeah, but it's on Amazon too.
Yet another good stocking stuffer idea. So now we've got something for the guys and the girls. Okay, the next one is Lisa Bishop. She's in Richmond, Virginia. She shared a recipe.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, so her favorite thing, they are currently in a jag of making a bunch of homemade Nutella ice cream. And so we asked for the recipe and she shared that, and we will share it with everybody else. It looks amazing. You warm up the Nutella
Uh,
Oh man. So that'll be delicious, and we'll share that recipe with everybody.
okay. All right, that sounds good. The next one is from Christine Berglund. And I
Mhm.
ordered one of these. I don't have it
Did
yet,
you?
but I
I'm
could
going
see that
to.
the
Yeah.
it's a Japanese weeding sickle, and it's a sharp hand hoe.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure how big it is because I haven't got it yet, but it looks like it's about the size of your arm, maybe. But it has a pointed hoe. I mean, it's like a miniature hoe, but it's pointed like a spoon that has a point.
And has a
Uh,
sharp edge.
yeah, so it's something that I'll use it outside because I'm on a mission to get rid of all the stickers, and I've just been using a steak knife to go out there with my gloves and dig in the grass with a steak knife. But I know you have to get it up by the roots, so I'm thinking
Mhm.
that this is going to be helpful with that.
And she would know. She is a gardener extraordinaire. She lives in the
Yeah.
Nashville area, and she's often sharing pictures of what she's growing, and they're always beautiful. She sells plants.
Hmm.
They have bees. She knows what she's talking about. So,
Okay, forgot to say where she's from, Nashville, Tennessee.
yep. Okay, the
Cool.
next one is Kenya Olson. She's from Winoka, Oklahoma. Her favorite thing is an ESV spiral bound journaling Bible, and she says that she ordered they combine the history books of the Bible together in one, and she ordered that one because that's what they're currently studying in the
Mhm.
Bible classes in their congregation.
Yeah.
So she ordered this journaling Bible to do while they're studying it, and she got it from christianbook.com. She said the history collection one is about $22.49 for that set. And then it was funny, she came back and she said, I was just thinking, maybe I got this favorite thing from one of y'all's favorite things.
Well, I
That
felt
sound like something that you had mentioned
Yeah,
before.
I have the Spiral Bible and it's the
Yeah.
whole New Testament, but I
Yeah.
felt pretty silly after I shared that because I found them so much cheaper on Amazon. Of
Oh,
course,
okay.
you do have like what she got is the history one, and I think they have the
Mhm.
prophets, they have um
Probably
Gospels, I
poetry.
think,
Yeah.
poetry, yeah. So I guess maybe mine is the whole New Testament, so maybe it wasn't as
Mhm.
expensive, but it was like $40 instead of 22. But this
Yeah.
looks just like it, and they had some of these at PTP, one of the bookstores. I think it was Christian Family Bookstore,
Okay.
had some of the spiral Bibles.
Mhm.
So I like that. You feel like you can write in it better, and
Mhm.
yeah, cool.
And I like spiral anything because lays flat.
Hmm.
Okay.
I like having room to write.
Mhm.
Okay, my turn. Chastity Wells, she is there with you in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And she has three different things that she shared. The first one is something that I had, and it's fun. And John and I laugh at ourselves because we feel like little old people sitting out on the deck with this. It's called the Merlin Bird ID app. So it's just an app that you have on your phone and you turn it on. I mean, you open up the app, but there's a place where you push a little button and it listens. It listens to the sound outside and it identifies any
Oh,
bird. So any bird that's singing or chirping or whatever, it listens and then identifies it.
that's
And then it
neat.
captures a little recording that you can hear what it sounds like. So that's I don't even know what kind of bird, a woodpecker or whatever. It'll tell you that's what that is.
A
And
woodpecker.
I couldn't think of any, I don't know, blue jay, whatever, birds. It tells you what the sound of the bird is, and it's fun. So we sit out on the deck and like, oh, there's a woodpecker. Oh, there's a blue jay. Now, we can't see it always, but you can hear
Mhm.
it. So
That's
that is a
neat.
fun one. It is a fun one.
Yeah.
She also shared the Unidragon puzzles. And I had never heard of these, and you and I both had to look them up and see. And it's kind
Mhm.
of like a 3D puzzle. Um, I guess what I saw is not just, I thought it was going to be a dragon because it
Mhm.
says Unidragon. I guess that's just the brand name. But they have butterflies and I mean all different kinds of critters and different things like that. And some of them it looked like they were magnetic, but
Hmm.
3D puzzles, it looked like a lot of fun. I just never heard of those before.
Mhm.
And then the other thing she shared is called,
Well, let me just share real quick. I looked that
okay.
up too, and they're wooden.
Mhm.
And then the pieces themselves, the one that I saw, the wooden puzzle pieces themselves were shaped like animals. So it
Oh,
wasn't
each
like your,
piece.
yeah, it wasn't like your traditional puzzle cutout. It looked like the pieces themselves, like one of them was in the shape of a wolf.
I'm looking at it again now. Very cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I like puzzles. Yeah, I see
Hmm.
it now. Each piece of the puzzle is shaped like an animal or a thing. Like here's a
Hmm.
piece that's shaped like a fire and a bird. Yeah, cool. Okay.
Isn't that neat?
It is neat. I
Hmm.
like puzzles. And then the other thing she shared was pair eyewear glasses. And I think those are the ones that just they have magnetic toppers, so you can kind of change your look every day. I
Hmm.
didn't look that up, so I may be completely wrong if I'm saying so. Sorry,
No,
Chastity.
I looked it up too. I mean, I did look it up. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, so you can have a different color frame every
Yeah.
day and match your outfit. That's fun.
Colors, patterns. Yeah, I'm really intrigued by that.
Mhm.
It's kind of funny. If you look at her little list, she's talking about a bird app and puzzles and eyeglasses. She sounds like a little old lady. But she's not. She's young. She's very young. I know her. So
Yeah, yeah, these are cool.
yeah.
Fun.
Okay. So the next one is from her twin sister, Ashley McGuire, also in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Mhm.
And the first thing she shared, this is a little unique, as one of her favorite things is an online counseling service called BetterHelp.
Mhm.
And she says these are licensed therapists, and you can put in a request for your preference for your therapist. If you want it to be an older woman, if you prefer a Christian approach, you can ask for certain preferences. You can choose how you want to talk to them, if you want to do a video call or a live text or chat, etc. And she said they also have lots of free resources,
Mhm.
helps for that too. So that sounds
That's
like a
fabulous.
great, yeah,
We
that
have
sounds
people
great.
asking about that kind of thing all the time, and I've never heard
Yeah.
of this, so that's good to
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, that was awesome. And that was kind of funny. She also mentioned the Unidragon wooden puzzles.
Hmm.
So both those girls enjoy those.
Hmm.
She mentioned a brand called Cotton Prompt custom t-shirts. And she said, for this one, you design your own t-shirt. You get to select the color and the size, but then you can also tell them all of your favorite things. So she was explaining how she created one for her sister and she sent them all of her sister's favorite things. And then they designed the t-shirt graphic and the image. And she said that they claim that they don't use AI, that they are real artists doing the design work, and that they do a really great job. She sent us a picture of it, and it does look fabulous. And then the last one she shared is called the Great American Read Top 100 List. And she said this was taken from a PBS series that came out in 2018.
Hmm.
And you can go and you can download the top 100 books that Americans love most. So she did say you have to use discretion because not all the books on that list would be Christian friendly.
Hmm.
But
Right.
she said if you can download like a little checklist if you want to challenge yourself, to
Hmm.
read that book of
Yeah.
100. So
I
that
glanced
was
at that, and there were several that on there that I had read, but all different genres. Like it had Harry Potter on there, and then it had
mhm,
Little Women, so
mhm.
kids, teens, grown-ups, all that. So
Yeah, very
I
fun.
I like that because I'm always
Mhm,
curious about the next thing to read, and that's good. I like that.
mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
the next one is from Minty Welchance, and she is from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And hers is unique. It's a portable footstool. And when I looked at it, it looks like it's like heavy duty plastic, but it folds flat. So it looks like it's about, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 inches long and maybe 6 inches wide. And then you lower the legs. And so it's a stool for your feet. She
Mhm.
says that she's short and I like to say that I'm vertically challenged. So this would be something that I could use. She said sitting in tall chairs makes her body hurt, but this helps her. And the advertisement that I saw on Amazon shows uh on a plane, just setting it in front of you on a plane. And sometimes just having something like that on a long flight really makes a
Yes,
difference to be
makes
able to rest your
all the
feet.
difference. That's
Hmm.
what I thought too. It would be so worth it to take one of those, especially on an overseas flight.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And I
Yeah.
never thought of myself as somebody who needed one of those little stools until we visited a congregation one time and just happened to be where we sat. There was one right in front of me, like one of those
Hmm.
little windows. And I used it and it was amazing.
Hmm.
Difference that it made.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Some of the like
Yeah.
the it's the one up from Delta Comfort. Um it's not first class or anything, but it's more expensive, but they have a footstool that lowers from the seat in front of you. And we've
Yeah.
gotten bumped up to that a couple of times, and it really, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what it is, but it just really helps to have something to put your feet up on.
Mm-hmm.
Helps with your feet swelling too. So
Mm-hmm.
good suggestion.
Okay, the next one is from Zephyr Williamson. We think she's in Arkansas.
Yeah, I think she's Cave Springs area. At least I
Okay.
think she's in that area.
Yeah. Her favorite, this was, I loved it. It's a hands-free book stand.
Yeah.
And it's actually, it almost looks like a music stand. You know how the kind of collapsible stands that will have the little stand at the top where it holds the sheet music. It looks sort of
Hmm.
like that, except it curves up and over. So you can be laying in bed, have this thing sitting on the side of your bed and up and over you and
Hmm.
holding your book. And it says that it will hold paperbacks, cookbooks, hardbacks, magazines, so it's pretty sturdy. But Zephyr said it is so luxurious and that she can read for hours. And she even said it will change your life. So, and I laughed when I saw it because at night, sometimes my arms will be chilly when I'm
Hmm.
reading. And
Yeah.
I have said to Neil, will you hold this book for me so I can read it with my arms under the covers? And he always says, no.
Yeah, well,
And
you
I
have to
thought,
just prop it
yeah,
under the covers and turn on your side so that you're like
yeah.
turning pages
Well,
there.
she said that she probably looks silly staring at that thing, but she doesn't care. It's it's wonderful. And then I read the reviews, and somebody was saying that they were wondering how it would work to turn the pages because it has these little,
Yeah.
I don't know, things coming out that hold the pages back, and
Hmm.
but the reviewer said it's just a non-issue. So very
That was,
interesting.
yeah, that was my only question because you still have to take your hands out to
Mm-hmm.
turn the pages. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think I'm gonna have to talk to her and find out like how that works because I would think depending on how fast you read, you're gonna always still be turning the
Yeah.
pages. So I'm gonna need a little mechanical hand that does the page turning for me. I mean, if it's gonna be luxurious, it might as well be fully luxurious,
That's
right?
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
that was a very interesting one.
Maybe she'll give us a demonstration.
Yeah.
She'll have to send, we need you to send a video to the Looking Up
Hmm.
group, please.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. The
Okay.
little bedtime routine. Okay, the next one is from Autumn Hensley, and she's from Winchester, Kentucky. She has several. The first one is called the Hydro Jug, and it looked like a nice big jug. And how many glasses of water are you supposed to drink a day? Like 60.
Yeah.
So it's 64 ounces.
Half of your body weight, really, is what they
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, and she's oh well, let's not talk about that. She said the straw flips down so the drink doesn't leak. So that sounds intriguing. I mean, I'm picky about my what I drink out of. I want it to stay either cold or hot, depending on what it is. So that I'm gonna have to ask more questions about that. She also mentioned the Passionate Penny Pincher Home Planner.
Neil would like
And
that. All that alliteration.
yeah, alliteration and the Home Planner Penny Pincher. It comes with a monthly finance section, weekly cleaning. Whoa, it has a weekly cleaning?
I
I
know.
like that.
I know. This one sounds really unique.
So
Yeah.
someone comes to your house and cleans. I'm sure that's what
Ah,
that means, right?
yes.
Tells you what to clean on a weekly basis, I'm sure, and New Testament ready schedule. I've seen that before. And that, that's one of those things, kind of like a school planner that I always wanted to be that person, but
Mhm.
I just end up not doing it. But I love the idea of that.
Mhm.
Having it all in one place sounds like a good idea. She also loves Dutch ovens, which she uses for pot roasts and soup. And I second that. I love Dutch ovens.
Mhm.
And then a 2-quart Anchor Hocking mixing bowl with measuring numbers etched in the glass, which I thought, we probably all have those old Anchor Hocking or whatever the brand is that had them painted on and now you can't read them. So you're holding it up trying to see what
Mhm.
the measurement is. And then she brought up something called super cubes,
Yeah, I'm
SOUPER, super
excited about
cubes.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can freeze anything in these shaped portions. So you freeze them and then you can put them in a Ziploc or whatever, or I guess leave them in the
Mhm.
freezing thing. Like broth or soup. So you just have an individual serving size of soup. Because I looked at them, there's all different sizes. Some were like
Yeah.
regular ice cube shapes, but then they were like, I don't know, it looked kind of like mini loaf pan size,
Mhm.
which would be an individual soup serving. So those were the ones that she brought up. Those are very practical. I like those.
Yeah. The next one is from Christina Odom. She lives in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Hers is, now she's high tech. Hers is a personal thermal laminator.
Mhm.
And she talks about the fact that it's convenient, that it actually works way better than the one at the church building. So not only does she not have to drive to the church building, but it actually works better. And I think I didn't write this down, but she shared a link, right? Didn't she share a link to?
Yeah,
So
from Walmart. She said it was cheaper at Walmart than Amazon.
That's right. That's right. She shared a link to the one that she likes, and we'll pass that along.
Yeah. So you could use that for like things in your wallet, like your voter registration. I don't know. Are you not supposed to laminate that? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Social Security card, things like that. I guess I've never really had a need for a laminator, but I can see how it would be, especially for Bible class teachers, would be a good thing to have at home. Okay, the next one is from Carrie Epling, and she is in East Tennessee, and she brought up these Uniball mechanical pencils. And she said that they are set apart from the other ones because they self-advance, which, I mean, that kind of takes away from the joy of making that little clicking noise. But they self-advance, they're twistable, they have a twistable eraser, they don't squeak when you write. So I thought, well, that's pretty good. And she said they are pain-free for her arthritic hands. I don't guess I use mechanical pencils very much, but I can see my dad did all the time. He always had a mechanical pencil and a pen in his pocket. So
my grandpa did. I can see it now.
Yeah. I found all the pencil leads after, I guess, cleaning out his desk. So
in fact, I can picture him pulling that mechanical pencil out to fill out the crossword puzzle in the newspaper.
Yeah. And I can still smell the lead too.
Yeah.
I guess they were lead. All right, your turn.
The next one is from Catherine Baker. They are now in Arnold, Missouri. And she shared ginger chews from Trader Joe's. And she said they first tried them when Vanessa Owens gave some to her husband to try because Andy had a sore throat. And she said, this is what Catherine said, I might have consumed several of them.
Yeah.
She said they're the perfect combination of sweet, chewy, and spicy. And plus, it's ginger, so it's healthy.
So, of course.
Yeah, that sounds really good. And our son Gary loves anything ginger, so I know he'd like that too. But
I actually ordered some.
Oh, did you?
And got them. Yeah, I ordered for Amazon.
Wow.
I didn't realize they were Trader Joe's, but they look like this. They're just kind of chewy. Kind of looks like remember those old I can't remember what they're called, those chewy candies that we used to have, but they're good. Yeah, it's like candy and it soothes your throat, but it's peppery, and I wasn't expecting that. Although she did mention it, I had forgotten. She said it has a little bit of, well, she did say it here, it's spicy. But that's an interesting one.
And the gin-gins are the ones that she shared first before she found out that the ones that they got from Vanessa were from Trader Joe's. And she said they're slightly different, I think in texture mainly, but.
Okay, good. I like them. Okay, the next one is from Lori Real Boyd. And we got to meet them. She actually came by our table that day that you were there. She's from Morrison, Tennessee. And this is not Lori Boyd that we've talked about before. This is a different Lori Boyd. But she shared the Tezo chai latte concentrate. And she said use equal parts tea concentrate and milk. And said it was really cozy on a cool evening. And I was going to order some of these from Amazon, but the only ones that they had were the great big boxes. And I want to try them before I order a bunch. So I'm
they're good. I've had that brand. It's good.
Okay, good.
In fact, I think some coffee shops, when you go and order their chai, they're using that concentrate.
Well, what is it? It says concentrate. So is it a liquid, like a liquid in a pouch that you mix with tea and water? Or no, tea and milk? Yeah,
just milk. No, this is the tea. The latte concentrate is the tea. You just mix that with milk, equal parts hot milk.
Okay. Yeah. I don't do chai latte. I maybe had a little bit, but I don't know much about it.
So our list is a little bit out of order, I think. I went back and added Christy Hewitt because hers was the last one that inboxed us.
Okay.
Christy Hewitt. Oh, and I forgot to write where she was from. But she shared a rotary cheese grater. And it looks really cool. It has 3 different interchangeable blades and attachments. It has a suction base that holds it in place. So here's the suction base, the grater that you turn the crank. There's a little spout that comes out so you can put your bowl under it so the cheese goes right into it, or nuts or chocolate or whatever it is that you're grating. And the brand is Geedel, Geedel, but she shared a link to that and we will share that also. So that was the last of the inbox. The Lori Boyd one that you shared We're now into the ones where they've shared this in the Looking Up page. They commented under the post. So some of you may have already seen some of these, but we're going to go ahead and share them anyway.
Yeah. And by the way, that cheese grater had like 25,000 4 or 5-star reviews. So
wow,
it must be a good one.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so you want me to go to number 17 on my list?
What is that one?
Gail Gillen.
Yeah.
She is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and her favorite thing is an early morning work, doing early morning work in the yard, wonderful views, which I'm sure she would get in New Mexico, quiet and peaceful time to pray. So she's going for those good and wholesome things. We're talking about things, and that's a great favorite thing. Having those early morning moments and some cool crisp air. There was a couple of days in Tennessee this week that was 80, 79, 80. And yesterday here in Texas was 107. So it felt like when we walked out the door of the airport last night, it literally felt like there was a dryer, someone with a dryer blowing in my face.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I'm kind of smelling that cool crisp air in Gail's yard and wishing that it was here.
She shared a picture of some hot air balloons, which makes sense. She's in Albuquerque. Yeah. The next one is Onisa. Do that every time. I'm sorry. Gibson. She's in Waco, Kentucky. And her first one is a book called Courage to Lead, Building Godly Adult Leaders by Justin Rogers. I'm always excited about book recommendations. So definitely be looking into that one. The next one for us dieters is the Simple Truth mini rice cakes. And she says that her favorite flavors are white cheddar. And then they have one called Himalayan salt and caramel.
Yeah, I've had those. Are good.
They are?
It's a Kroger brand. So any of the Kroger stores will sell those.
Okay. And then the last one she shares is the Travelon shoulder bag. Travelon is Travelon. And she says that she loves this one because it has anti-theft features that actually work. It's machine washable. So I thought that was a good mix of things. Something you read, something you eat, and something you can travel with.
Yep.
You can stick your book and your rice cakes in your travel shoulder bag.
I was just thinking that. Yep. Okay, the next one is from Sky Brown, and she's from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. And I thought this was really neat. It's from a company called Uncommon Goods. And it's a sort of like a program called Year of Connections, and it encourages you to write real letters so that you'll be intentional about reaching out to people. And it comes with 52 cards and envelopes and a journal with inspirational prompts. So every week you send a card to someone else to encourage them. Which, you don't have to do it with Uncommon Goods. You could do that with anything. And I do have a drawer now, a drawer full of cards. And I think I've mentioned before that I want to be that person that sends those notes. So I have them right here. Don't always do it, but I need to be more intentional about it, which I think is what sets that apart, is it helps you to remember to do one every week.
Yeah. And I love the fact that the emphasis on a real hard copy letter, and it says not an email, not a text, not an inbox message. And those are all great.
Yeah.
But there's nothing more special than getting a real letter in the mail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let you know that people have been thinking about you.
All right. The next one is from Lisa McKay. She's also in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And she shared, this is right up my alley. She shared a luxury throw. And this one is from Sam's Club. She gave the link to that also. The one she has is the cow print, which was adorable. She described it as so soft and fluffy. So coming into fall and winter, prepare yourself for cozy evenings.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say how long it's going to be before we have any of those cool evenings around here, but eventually they'll show up.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. Fast and fun.
I was going to share one more.
Okay.
It's not an item, but we want to thank Linda Ford. She lives in Mangum, Oklahoma, because she said this podcast is one of her very favorite things. So Linda, wanted to end on that one. Thank you so much for saying that. We appreciate that.
Very sweet.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was fun. And we'll do our best to share these links. We want to thank everybody that participated. I can see my Amazon cart filling up pretty soon here. Neil will be thrilled.
Thrilled.
So
a little bit of sarcasm.
Thanks everybody for participating. Carla, as always, enjoy getting to hang out with you. And until next time,
Keep looking up.
Love you, friend.
Love you too. Talk to you later.
Bye.